Apple Cranberry Crumble. It really means home, baking at home for the family, but it's a great dish to just bring over to the neighbors. And it's easy to make, apple crumble. You can peel the apple, or I like to leave the skin on. Just let's clean the core. And you know, apples oxidize, so if you're gonna prepare them in advance and cut them in advance, always use a little lemon juice to keep them nice and white so they don't turn brown on you. And which apple, you know, in the crumble, the apples cook and they release a lot of juice. So an apple, Golden Delicious, keep very firm. Granny Smiths are good also. They're a little more acidic, but they're good. So an apple that kind of will keep its body. Get them all together, just like that. Lemon juice right in there. Looking for the pit. No, there's no pit. Okay. Just like that. Okay. This one I'm making apple and cranberries. And you can use fresh cranberries, certainly, but you can also use frozen. Frozen cranberries and apple really make a nice crumble. And this is especially beautiful during the holidays. It's really festive. A little bit of sugar here. If you wanted to make it with dry fruits, reconstitute the dry fruit a little bit in water and sugar, warm water, and then you make your crumble. Here, just a little bit of flour to tie. The flour also will absorb all the juice that the apple leaves. Okay, make sure everything gets coated, and it's simple. I mean, it doesn't get any simpler than this. A nice cast iron, it's great. Bakes, it looks homey. It's just when you bring it to the table, it keeps its heat, but make sure that you butter it on the bottom like that, and on the sides. And now we put the apple mixture all right in. Spread it evenly so you get some cranberries all over, and that's the base for the crumble. I'm gonna make the crumble now. Flour again. Let me put the sugar first, and you know why? Because I see it's a little juicy on the bottom, and I don't want the flour to stick to that. So in the kitchen, cooking, it's all about common sense. In the recipe, Manette say put the sugar first, but I saw it was the juice of the apples, and I says if I put this flour, it's gonna stick in there, and then I'm not gonna have enough flour for the crumble. So this way is fine. To this, I add some old-fashioned oats. You add them, you can make cookies, you can make a lot of delicious things out of the oats, but in the crumble, it gives it that little extra kind of nuttiness. So here we are, a little bit. Chopped nuts. Here I have almonds. And to give it a little zest, I have some ginger powder. That will give it a little spike, shall we say. And a little bit of nutmeg. You know, that's one of my favorites when I make stuffings and all of that, but even in desserts. You know, nutmeg is one of those kind of spices that can go either way, sweet or savory. Just grate it a little bit. You know, it has a strong delivery of aromas, so don't do too much. And usually, you see, you just grate it, just like that, and that's enough. Okay, that's plenty. Gonna mix this, and now we put the butter. And the butter, I want to put just a little bit around because I want to make little crumbs. A crumble, that's exactly what you want. So, and quickly, because you don't want the butter to melt, but you want to make those crumbly little pieces that we're going to put all over the top. Now I'm going to put dabs of butter for the apples, just like that. It's actually a fun thing to do. You get the children, they can get involved, they can make this, they can get their little hands in this, and this will really kind of make them feel, oh, sense of accomplishment. I can bake too. And of course, what do children like? To get their hands into a mixture, if you will. I'm going to put it on a sheet down like that, So if it bubbles over, it doesn't spill over. Then I have to scrape and clean, and we're ready to go in the oven. A preheated oven, 350 degrees, 40 to 50 minutes, depending on how big your apples were, or how brown you want it, or how hot your oven is. So let's put it in the oven, and then we'll have some dessert. Olivia and Savannah sent in this video, so let's see.
My name is Olivia. My name is Savannah, and I'm 6 years old. We wanted to know, what did you bring to school when you were my age? Ciao!
You are the best. I love you guys. You look great, you are simpatiche, and you're inquisitive. When I was your age, I was in Italy, in school. The sandwich that you brought to school was usually something that was left over from the day before. It could have been like a braised vegetables. And when Grandpa felt good, he would cut a few slices of prosciutto for me, or a little cheese and fruit. I loved it. It was delicious. I really appreciate you sending me the video. You are so adorable. Keep on cooking with your mom and grandma and whoever you have around you. So grazie, signorine belle. Beautiful. What's better than a nice warm crumble? And I'm here to serve it just for you. And of course, a little bit for me. So, you can serve a crumble on a plate, you can serve it on a parfait glass, but this is kind of nice. You can see the layers, and in the meantime, it looks beautiful. So what I have here, we have the crumble, we have the whipped cream, and then I want to sort of embellish it a little bit, add to it. And these are strawberries in syrup. In Italy, we use a lot of fruits in syrups, and they're delicious. That's one way of preserving the fruits when they're in season for the whole winter. But you can put strawberry jam if you have, cherry jam, whatever you like when you're assembling this. But let's put some strawberries on the bottom, just like that. Then I'm gonna go for the crumble. And put it right in there. So you see, nice and juicy on the bottom. I am going to put a little bit of whipped cream in between too. Just like that. Just like that. And, oh, I just can't help myself. I have all these goodies here. A little bit of syrup on the whipped cream. So, you know, you can get inventive. You have the basics, crumble and whipped cream, and the rest you sort of fill in. Let's put some more, the next layer. And how about Lidia? Absolutely. Okay. A little bit more whipped cream, and then top it off with this luscious syrup. And Lidia, a little whipped cream right here for Lidia, a little bit of the strawberries and the sauce. And we are ready to bring it to the table. And we'll bring this to the table as well, in case somebody wants some more. And I'm gonna taste. Let me taste. It's good. The apples are a little al dente, and I like that because there's a crunch. But I'm gonna go through this because I'm not gonna be talking to you. I wanna eat. So, I invite you, tutti a tavola a mangiare, come over, and let's have a party.